Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and good morning. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Tuesday, man. It's the Monday of this week because markets were closed yesterday. What's up, Adonis? Yo, good morning, good morning. Let's see. Let's get started on the ES. So, quick breakdown on the ES, something I'm looking at. So, first off, it's already marked out a little bit. I had a client over the weekend who was sort of going over different market dynamics, different structure, my trade setups, things of that nature. For you guys, what I'm looking for is I am looking for continuation to the downside. Now, what I was looking at on the ES was this area right here to be our higher low. So we had higher low, try to higher high, higher low, higher high. So I wanted to see, can we hold that for another higher low to go make another higher high? We did not hold it. So I do want to look for more bearish momentum today. One of the other reasons too I do want to be a bit more of a bear is because of the fundamental change, right? The fundamental change has shifted more bearish because when we're looking at things like the ES, we have to take into account the Fed's current pivot because that has a big say in where market direction is at the moment and where are we geopolitically and economically, right? And right now we're seeing a lot more bearish sentiment. Trump tariff threats on the EU. The first time Trump mentioned the tariffs and the whole tariff threats, the very first time, late February last year, market sold off about, I'll show you guys. Market sold off right here. This was late February to early April, over 20% on the S&P 500. That was over 30% on the NASDAQ. Since then, we've made our way all the way up 37%. So, obviously, we're still in a bull trend, but as day traders, we want to know what's going on in our more recent and our more reactive areas. Now, because we broke this level, I'm seeing that as a lower low. So we're trying to make some lower lows now. I see this as a higher high, then I see this right here as a lower high. So I do see that sellers are definitely trying to step in here, even on a bit of a higher time frame. Now, supply and demand wise, where I would like to look for a short position, so we had this green, this demand zone right here. On the 4-hour time frame, we were abasing. We had our rally, and it had some continuation too. But we ended up gapping below it. When we gap below a demand zone, whether it's equities or futures, if we gap below it, I am using that zone as an area of resistance now, right? So before I'm looking for it to be support, 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 or if we gap below it, I'm looking for it to be, as it was right here, resistance. Now, on this 4-hour time frame, I'm just going to delete these other yellow levels too. Actually do that a little bit quicker there. On the 4-hour time frame, we already created sort of a supply zone at that point, right in here. So I'm going to mark this out as a supply, and I do want to keep an eye to see if 69.20, if we can somehow pull back to 69.20. Now, realistically, that would be a 46, 47, pretty much a 50-point pullback on the S&P from where we are right now. Gap fill is going to be, we could find the gap fill price levels and stuff too, but those are going to be very far. Yeah, look at that, over a 1% on the gap fill. So if we looked at the gap fill by size on ES, and we have 1 point whatever, over 1.5% gap down, well, first off, it hasn't happened in the past 6 months. So that would be the first time in the past 6 months that this occurs. Let's see. These are more 50-50. If it somehow falls to 1.49%. So let's see where we are right now. Let's find the actual gap fill. Gap fill it is right there. So let's do our size, our measurement tool. Where we are right now to that price level, it's 1.57. So if I'm looking for that 1.49 or less, I'm going to take the measurement tool and start it at that point. And then I'm just going to measure it down until that negative 1.49. So right there. So I would need price to open above this level for any hope that we can make our way to that blue level up there. I don't think we come up to that blue level, that gap fill. I think that's an extreme level to get back to. What I like to look at is by weekday. By weekday tends to give some good results too. So Tuesday, gap down. By weekday, that's pretty strong on ES. Tuesday's 93%. Wow. But every day looks strong like that. We gotta really take into account the size. If the size was like a normal size, I'd be like, sure, whatever, but we'll see. So that's the gap fill. Previous day's range, same situation where it's like this is previous New York low off a previous day low. So it's gonna have like a 75 to 80% chance that we reverse back to that range. Let's see. I feel like gold might be giving us a better opportunity in terms of pullback entries. Now, let's see. This big green zone up here this is an area that was resistance in the past. And now it's a low volume area. This is our volume profile from Sunday open. Now it's from Sunday open. So I would like to see this low volume area, this sort of imbalance, get retraced to. So in a bigger view, this is what I'm looking for. That low volume area to hold as support, and we target new high a day. I'm not going to have a 20-point stop loss on gold, though. That would be bananas. So with that being said, we'll go to like a lower time frame. We are on the 5-minute right now. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll mark out recent pivots on those lower time frames and sort of look at those areas as stop hunt opportunities, right? If I was long back here, where would my stop loss speed be at that recent low? Okay, well then if I was long and I was holding for too long and markets come back and hit my stop loss, well then I'd get stopped out there. That's where I want to go long. That lines up now with my entry criteria, that low volume area. So a sweep of that low, a stop hunt, followed by that low volume area for that reaction. Because remember guys, the whole point of that low volume area is that it's not low volume because nobody was interested there. It's usually low volume because price ran so quickly, it didn't have the opportunity to fill orders there. So that's where that whole idea comes from. 15-minute time frame, we do have a 15-minute fair value gap lining up right underneath that pivot that I just marked out too. So we have a few things lining up there, and again what that's doing is that's finding a tighter stop loss for me. Now I could say, okay, well now I could look for somewhere in this area near the top of the low volume. I'm going to use this as my stop loss if that's the case. And if we sell off even stronger and we break this level, then I'm most likely either looking for the reversal off that one and I didn't take the trade yet, or I'm looking to reverse my analysis and possibly look for shorts. Now, I'd much rather be long on something like gold. Silver's also flying, and the fundamentals are really supporting gold. Let's see. When markets open, we're going to use Edgeful's What's in Play. That's going to be pretty cool. It's going to give us some stats and reports that have like a high percentage. Gold very fundamentally bullish at the moment. Fed watch definitely more bearish because of the hawkish pivot we've taken. So we've got market, got Edgeful. I wonder what do. I can't put they're in different logins, so I can't put them into the same page. They stay away. Alright, I got an alert set on gold. We'll stay patient there. I mentioned earlier, unfortunately, dealing with some issues on Bookmap, so I will keep you guys posted on that if that loads in. But today is looking like possibly a no Bookmap day. But that is a-okay, because we are going to still use all the normal tools and areas of confluence and price levels and everything we normally do anyways. We'll keep an eye on Edgeful, market. I am going to turn on the alerts. So for high impact alert, it's going to make that noise if a high impact alert comes out. And that's important right now because right now markets are sort of in that indecisive mode.
Kevin, what is the problem you're having with Bookmap, man?
Oh, I just gotta get my rhythmic updated. Guys,
Oh, yeah. If you have constant problems with Rhythmic, you really should check out the bookmap data because you don't trade off it, right? It's level two, or it's actually full book data, but it doesn't have the same problems Rhythmic does. Bookmap admits there are Rhythmic integration problems.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll look into. That's a good idea. I know. I was thinking that too. Let's see. Let's see. Demand 60. So 15-minute demand on ES. Again, I'm not really looking for longs off the bat. If we hold it, could possibly look for longs just for like a scalp. However, instead of looking for longs off of it, I might look for us to break it and then use it for shorts and see if a level lines up there. So a few things we're looking out for. ESNQ gold. We're just staying patient. Gold is continuing higher. I'm going to add another alert on gold so that if it somehow gives us a crazy move, we are able to see what's going on there. Good morning, everybody. Guys, YouTube, hit that like and subscribe if you're here. Let's make some money today, man. VIX is coming off a key level to the upside. That's bearish. VIX is above $20. That's bearish. Whenever you hear me, guys, in a video say, like, oh, we're going to see volatility, assume that means most likely, like, bearish volatility. Volatility usually means selling pressure. Because volatility is normally from uncertainty. Volatility equals VIX moving higher. A lot of that equals the ES moving lower. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Guys, I'm probably going to start shifting my videos. You guys know the short form content I put together. I think I want to make them more like, more trading. Maybe like less articles. What do you guys think? Like more like, maybe it'll be like an edge full report. It'll be like edge full, gap fill by weekday. I took this trade because A, B, and C. Like last week, we took that trade on Friday. I think it was on ES and Q. It was something with a 78% chance of getting filled. I thought it was NASDAQ. Yeah, right? That'd be pretty cool. Like trade recap type videos, or I don't know. Trade breakdowns, stuff like that. Might have, I feel like that probably would have more value, maybe. It's like the articles, and I'll still do that stuff. I'll still do videos like that. Like important stuff that I find important for the economy that's going to impact the market. Like things, anything mentioned, like I'll still work with market, these guys over here. I'll still make videos about like what's important that's coming out, what's affecting the market. Fundamentals, like I said, fundamentals move markets. We want to know what's going on with that. I'll still cover that. But maybe I'll throw in some more like edgeful reports or bookmap examples, things like that. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Like trade breakdowns, maybe like chart analysis. Give me some ideas, guys. Whatever you guys want to see, I want to put together. Short form content is the way to go, apparently, nowadays. So I want to make some good stuff for you guys. Quality. VIX moving higher. Want to stay bearish. Market opens in 8.5 minutes. Get a little music going. Yo, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Weighted index is below its previous day's range, and that's also bearish. Let's do a quick run on NASDAQ. We didn't break down NASDAQ yet. We got a little time. NASDAQ previous day high and low. Green zone is resistance because that was a 4-hour demand zone. 4-hour demand now becomes our resistance point. This 2-hour, I want to check that out. Now I'm not a fan. We're going to delete it. I'm going to delete it. And we're going to, what's that red level? It's a pretty solid key level, right? If we're looking at it, right? Support, resistance, 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 support, Resistance-ish. It's like, here comes that ish, right? Where it pushes through it. And how far can and does it push through? Yeah, 94 points. That's not the best spot. We'll find our own areas. I really like this 4 hour, this up here 25,400. I would like to see 25,400 on Nasdaq for a pullback for shorts. I don't think it's realistic with the momentum we're seeing to the downside and the uncertainty and possible worry of what's going on in the economy and the whole, and not fear, but VIX is moving higher, so there is a little bit of fear. Yeah, we're seeing risk aversion, cautious posture. I mean, it's all pretty much bearish. Take a quick screenshot of that. Careful, man. Gotta be so careful, bro. Whew. Big hits to healthcare. Real estate's doing okay, but everything else mainly in the red. Let's see. On daily time frame, same situation on Nasdaq where it was trying to hold this area right here, and it held it before, and then we finally broke through it. So trying to make some lower lows off this recent daily low from about a couple weeks ago. So that's sort of one of the main reasons I have a bit more of a bearish bias today. That along with all the fundamentals. So it's really is a bit of a confluence of both. Let's see, info box, we want the table, and we want to see, no, it does not help right now. You guys ever see deep charts? That's also a cool looking platform. It's like a new order flow tool. Let's see if we can find it. That's a good start. Why is everyone so anti-deep charts? But nah, I've seen it before, man. It's pretty cool. Seen some other order flow traders use. It's got a great footprint. It's got like the whole bubble thing that like Bookmap has. Show you those large orders hitting. So same thing, you look for those big orders to hit to find that resistance, that absorption. Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool. Market's open in less than 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. Let's make some money. Let's see if we got a supply zone on Nasdaq over here. Didn't we create a new 4 hour on ES? We did not create that on Nasdaq. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna mark this area out right here as a possible supply. I am not going to look to trade off of it right away though, because I'd much rather see this green zone. So I'd sort of rather see this area right here get rejected. That is at 25,472. I wonder, will it show the price label then? Nice, cool, 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 cool. So that's an area I'm looking for on NQ. Yo, if one of you guys got Bookmap up, send me a screenshot. Let me know if Nasdaq has anything. Jay, you got it up? Or Oz? Let's see, let's see. I would have set it up, but I had market in the morning, and I was like, it's gonna run back to back. Oh, good morning, everybody. Where's our midnight price? That's a good price level. Let's see. Also, why is it? Oh, right. Oh, right. Yesterday was Monday. Okay, interesting. That's weird. Midnight price is at that yellow level. Yo,
I was getting coffee, man. What level did you want? Which market?
book map if we got any levels to the upside.
On
Good looking, bro.
on what, Kevin?
Nasdaq. Sorry, I said book
I'm
map. I
on.
meant Nasdaq.
Okay, I'm on MNQ.
Cool.
So the we don't really have a lot to the upside. It's very thin. There,
We got anything lower? I can't hear you.
from the upside, we have very short-term liquidity coming in the last 2 or 3 minutes. The largest being at 25.3.
Gotcha. Roger
So
that.
downside has solid support. It's stacking at key levels, and upside is very temporary. It looks like they're just trying to push it down at the moment.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Gold's still moving higher, guys. Gold's just flying. Just buy gold and hold. Safe haven time. What time is it? We got less than a minute till markets open. I am also still curious about the zone down here. What about ES? Anything ES around 68.50, 68.54? My book
Yes.
map's in the shop.
Yeah, we have large resting liquidity at 68.50, 68.75. We have a pretty big resistance, which is much longer term. And then 68.90, which I marked out in pre-market, which also falls in a fair value gap and low volume from overnight.
Nice. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So yeah, I might look to see a reaction off 68.54. Markets are open. Ding, ding, ding. Equities are spiking off the open to the upside, just to be clear. I'd much rather find a short position somewhere. VIX, man, is flying in some extremes. Here's some news, see if that's anything. U.S. Trade Representative Greer says Trump's Greenland-related tariff threat is an appropriate use of tariffs. Alright, great, let's encourage it. Gold pulling back. I'd rather be long on gold, so I'm waiting for a pullback to go long on gold. I'm waiting for a some sellers stepping on ES to go short. Staying patient off this open, man. Gotta be extra patient, dude. Really let things play out. Weighted index selling off right here. The VIX ended up opening around 136, 1966. Would like to see 1946, key level, key area over there to reverse back higher, be again bearish. Nasdaq rejecting VWAP. I wonder that midnight price level on Tuesday. ICT opening retracement by weekday. Isn't today Tuesday? Yeah. Opens below 86% retraced. That is referring to this yellow level right here. Point of control is a bit higher there. Oh, come on now. Come on, you. That didn't help. We gotta create the tick row to be a little higher there so we could see the actual volume on NASDAQ. I'm actually considering a long on at like an MNQ, but I just want to wait. Fundamentals are still bearish. We just had some more news hit there. European Union has done nothing to implement U.S. trade deal. Alright, great. Good to hear. Let's check our what's in play. Is this our what's in play? That is our what's in play. Cool, they did add the overall daily buys. Cool. I like the point of control higher on NASDAQ there. That's why I was actually considering longs, but Apple's pushing higher. I mean, if equities could turn around here, could definitely try to push up. We got, how's Bookmap looking? We got bullish CVD there. Apple's flying at the moment. That's got to do with the European tariffs, I would think. Talk about trust your instinct. Nice. Let's see. Gold also pulling back still. We're going to wait. There we go, Nas. That's so funny. So we just went over that on market, right? And then I just got a notification. I use this Twitter account for like super fast notifications. It just went off on saying the same thing. But market had it 4 minutes ahead. ICT opening retracement is very high on ES and NQ. Oh, and that was also giving us that bullish. That's crazy, bro. That's nuts there, man. I saw that volume analysis to the upside. And then I also saw the gap fill level to the upside from Edgefull. I mean, listen, man, if we could get a pullback near VWAP, great, but I don't know if we're going to get that. We'll see. I might just want to be patient and look for a bearish reaction still, but we'll see. Yeah, if it goes right to TP. Yo, good morning, Adrian. Good morning, yo, Adrian. Good morning, everybody. Nicole, good morning. Terry, good morning. Steve, what's up? Victoria, Charlie, Mike, good morning. E. Marcel, Frank, what's up? AHM, good morning. Yo. Let's see. We got any buyers below us on NASDAQ around 25,285? We're a low volume shelf. Let's check our volume profile there. That's not really giving us anything. Hey, good morning, good morning. I like this pullback here, man. VIX at a key level. Equity's selling off pretty strong right now. Don't take this long. Not yet. Okay, there's the equities trying to pull back. I'm going to start a position there on NAS, but just be careful. Looking for buyers to take us back higher. VIX was trying to drop lower again. I did have more of a bearish analysis on the day, but I do want to see this yellow level, this 380 get hit. So that's why I'm long at the moment. That's off the Edgefull stat. And just sort of some of the price action we're seeing. But equities are, like I said, pulling back pretty strong right now. My stop loss is around 255. Entry around 85. Good morning, everybody. Nice hold there. There we go. Back above VWAP. 2:15 left on the 5-minute. Let's check our footprint chart here. Need to see this volume, this point of control move higher. Need to see this negative delta turn positive. It's only negative. Oh, I was going to say it's only negative 100 right now. It's negative 400. Oh, it's dancing, man. All it takes is a big buyer to absorb a little bit, and this thing could flip. We got 2 minutes left in the 5-minute here. This is when I would want to see things start to turn around. We have 999 volume near this high. If we could turn around, hit 1,000, hit a quick 1,500, that's the new point of control. We continue higher. I want to see point of control continue higher for this bull trend. If we don't get that, I'm definitely not going to hold. So here's a little bit of a pullback. Some more volume coming in. Like I said, look at that delta. Just went bullish. Great. Here we go. Minute 20 left. I'm looking for 25,378. That is our midnight price level from Edgeful. ICT opening retracement price level. Here comes, look at this point of control moving higher right there. That's what I wanted to see. Now we need to see price continue up too. $45 seconds left. Negative delta though. Negative delta a little bit concerning, but I do like that point of control trying to move higher. So I'm just going to be patient on this. Let the last 35 seconds close out here. Let's also take a look at our weighted index, our equities. Nvidia is selling off pretty strong. I might look to get out for a scalp somewhere. Let's be patient, see how it wants to close on the 5-minute though. Point of control was trying to move a bit higher, but it's definitely having trouble. 5 seconds. I'm going to hold this. Stop loss is near that low. But Nvidia took a wicked drop right there. Nvidia at a key level, but it's close to my stop, so I might get stopped out here. Definitely tough not having book map in terms of like finding that stop and entry. But we'll see. Yeah, let's see. Close. Equity's pretty weak. Yeah, stopped out there. Was looking okay for the moment, but just be patient now. A lot of selling pressure. Session volume delta's negative right now. Gotta take note of that. Remember, I said I do have a bit more of a bearish bias going into today, so that long was really just looking to see if that momentum would hold, but equities ended up failing. Could wait for gold. Could also wait for this 15 to close. See where we close. If we close somewhat like this, where we have that small body, longer upper wick, we're definitely going to look for that continuation. If we do try to move a bit higher, that could give us confirmation of that next trade setup again. But the way equities are trying to sell, we might be getting ready to drop. Let's just be patient right here. Could just be a quick stop hunt. What we just did was we wicked that fair value gap. And now we're trying to hold it. So we could even look for the 1-minute here as well. But I'm not a big fan of the 1. Yeah, it looks okay, dude. Definitely looks okay. I liked it more short though because of the what's it called? Because of the key level on the VIX too. Nvidia is at a key level. Microsoft is pushing higher, but is at a resistance point right now. So I'd be careful on that. Yeah, real tough point. ES is not at any resistance. So that's why I'd also sort of be looking more for longs, because I don't have that area that price should be rejecting right now. Like, I want to see us move higher before we can find that area that price should reject. Big drop on Google right there from 321 to 320. Good morning, everybody. Let's see, 15. I'm just waiting at this point. No reason to rush anything. Could update the new volume profile on ES as well. Really giving us that up and down shape, D pattern. Minute 02 left. Definitely an important minute at the moment because it's sort of a great point where equities are at. Microsoft just made a new high a day right now while we're watching it. Nvidia is holding a key level, but it was just bearish. Google, same thing, it was just bearish, but now it's trying to hold VWAP. This could sort of be not a turning point, but that pullback, and then we could possibly look to go along to, again, sort of look to target that level off of VWAP here. Getting some more positive delta. Give me one sec. Alright, let's see. Yeah. I'd be patient here, really. Longs are failing, shorts are failing. Fundamentals are short. Don't get me wrong, I'd definitely rather longs than shorts off this area, off of VWAP 2. And I'd like to see target of this yellow level. But I don't have that solid entry point right now. And when that's the case, we don't want to just be jumping in for the sake of jumping in. If you want to be patient, maybe wait till it breaks green, take a 1-to-1, whatever, but to just sort of jump in, we don't want to gamble. We're not gamblers, we're traders. We got to remember that. Equities are very choppy right now. Let's see. We have court ruling at 10 a.m. We could see, do we? Is that scheduled for today now? Same deal. See, again, you're grabbing just random longs. It works for a minute, pulls back. Random shorts, doesn't work, it pulls back. Just wait. VIX is at a key level trying to move higher, which would be a bit more bearish. So I'd much rather wait. Let's see how that 15 did close a bit more bullish.
Yes, we did respect that 68.90 on ES. We got massive absorption. It pushed down, took it. This time I didn't be a dick for a tick. I got out. But I nailed it for the day. I'm done for the day.
Nice.
I stuck the pre-market plan. I got it. So done.
Good job. That's funny. Guys, don't forget, sometimes there are unfortunately fake Kevin accounts out there Do not fall for them. I will not message you first. I will not try to sell you anything. Do offer one-on-one mentorships, but it's not like come copy trade me. It's not how things go. Weighted index keeps trying to hold, but then the NASDAQ keeps trying to fold. How's gold looking on Bookmap? Gold might see some selling here. Four-hour close is in 11 minutes too. We could also wait for that as well.
On gold, I have micro gold up. I don't have the mini contract, but we have like scattered liquidity. They've been it's broken, so it's been pulled multiple times. We've got large orders at 47.60, 47.46, and 47.50 above, and 47.39 and 47.34 below. So basically, it's a sandwich. It's
Yeah,
a narrow range sandwich of liquidity
nice.
that they keep pulling on both sides.
Gotcha. Alright, let's see. Bro, I'm hungry, man. As soon as markets get boring, man, it's like clockwork. Oh, I'm hungry. In my opinion, we got that unfinished business to the upside, but markets don't care about your opinion. Remember that. They don't care about your position, your opinion. That's why we react, we don't predict. Gold looks like ready to sell off. Just hate not having Bookmap, bro. Silver selling off. But it's been real bullish. Real bullish.
Yeah, it depends on what you're looking at on gold. There is a large stack. The shelf buyer was absorbed at 47.46. They're trying to push through it. They keep getting rejected.
Gotcha. Good looks. Good looks. So we'll see. That'll be our resistance point, right? So if we get above that, buyers are back on the table. If we remain below, sellers have control still. Oh, look at that. NASDAQ did end up holding, dude. Look at that. NASDAQ held that level. It's heading towards that level now. Of course it is. Of course. Gold getting ready to crack through, too. Yeah, look at gold. Really wanted to see gold pull back towards 47.08. Does not look like we're going to be getting that. Looks like if buyers take this recent 47.47 out, we're back on the table for a new high a day on gold. But we have 2:30 left in the 5 minute. There goes another spike. Let's see. Keep an eye on ESNQ for now. That weighted index really hasn't been going anywhere. Google's pushing higher, Meta new high a day. Microsoft's at some resistance. Nvidia's been trying to hold that 180 key level that I mentioned earlier. Alright, let's see. Don't buy the highs. Don't buy the highs thinking, oh, I'm going to buy the 64 and get like 15 points here. Because then what do you have, like a 50-point stop loss? No, thank you. Big rejection there. Equity's also taken a bit of a bite. Guys, it is Tuesday. We had a longer weekend. It's important to sort of see this as more of a Monday situation where let markets play out. Find a position, find a trend. Excuse me. Find a trend and let that trend be our friend. Is this a 15-minute supply? What I have up here? 1 hour? Yeah, 1 hour. And it lines up with the midnight price. VIX is trying to move higher, which is bearish, so as much as Nasdaq's trying to move up, it's struggling each leg higher. So I'm just gonna wait. Why do I have AVGO down there? That should be YM. YM selling off. That's what's making it hard on ES to off VWAP. So look at that. ES is struggling to get above VWAP. Nasdaq's trying to hold above VWAP. Possible ruling at 10. At least Austin mentioned that. Austin, you have a screenshot or a source on that? Because I didn't hear about that. Usually I hear about these things. Heat map almost already. Remember though, heat map, if you're using the heat map like on Bookmap, the levels to the upside are always sellers, the levels to the downside are buyers. Source, trust me, bro. Oh, equities heat map. Got you, got you. Third talking about Bookmap heat map. Got you. Yeah, equities heat map. Yep. Like the, what is it, that chart? Is that called a heat map chart? I feel like there's another name for it. VIX is struggling. Man, I'd love to see NASDAQ move higher from here. Oh, let's see if Bookmap's up and going. Did they get back to me? I didn't get an email. Bruce just DM'd me. Let's see, let's see. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. ESNQ, which dude, I just wait here, man. Nvidia's going to try to make Nvidia's just made a new low a day. Alright, let's see. Gold trying to hold. I'm just staying patient here, man. Really waiting for that 15-minute, 30-minute. 30 closes in 2 minutes. Hourly closes in 2 minutes. Do what you gotta do. Just don't overtrade. What's up, Bray? Good morning, man. Yo, guys, don't fall for any fake Kevin accounts. Do just want to mention that. Fake Kevin accounts will, like, DM you first. They'll look super realistic. They'll be like, you want to copy trade me, blah, blah, blah. Not real. Do not offer copy trading. So your request for bookmap access and... 53 seconds left. Let it do its thing. Still got that VIX at a key level. Weighted index now trying to move higher. Equities all trying to hold up here. 37 seconds left. Is this the spike? Is this the spike to that midnight price? That would be too funny, man. If, like, for the next 20 seconds we just hit it and then reversed for that next hour. Alright, here is 10. And I don't think we got any news off that. 30-minute closed. Gold just chopping around. Everything's just choppy here, man. We're sort of back to those markets where it's like a lot smoother overnight sessions, even possibly like before New York session opens. But this is 4:30 in the morning. This is nicer price action than this. This is just chop. Oh, we have a tiny little 15-minute fair value gap there on ES. Alright, we're waiting. 15-minute destroyed on ES. Obviously, it was a little bit of sarcasm. Gold is ready to hold until it's ready to fold. YM moving lower. Dollar trying to move higher. NAS struggling on VWAP. ES struggling away from VWAP. That is because of the Dow's weakness. And now NASDAQ's also weak. Good morning, everybody. Guys, happy Tuesday, man. E. Marcel, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, man.
Good stuff. Stay patient today. Yo, I got you, Bray. Absolutely, man. I know sometimes if I see somebody adds me on Discord, I'll, like, instantly post in the support tab, like, yo, be careful. Because a lot of times if you're adding me, other than to just, you know, if we were chatting in the live stream or something, it's usually because somebody DM'd you. Which is a shame, man. Shouldn't be the case. You guys should be adding me because you love me. No, I'm just kidding. We got to, let's see. 15 minutes, taking a second to load in here on TradingView. There we go. Really just not ideal price action. Not ideal anything, really.
A little dangerous way it's wicking too right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got you, Austin. That's exactly the heat map I was thinking of. At first, I thought you were talking about the book map heat map, but I got you. Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, man. Am I excited? I'm excited to try to get some new videos going, different formats and stuff. Again, I want to know what you guys would want to see in here. Definitely always, you guys are my target audience. I'd love for you guys to tell me, like, hey, Kevin, we want these kinds of videos because A, B, and C. You know, cover what the VIX is doing, cover what the ES is doing. Give me trade analysis on the daily. Give me what stocks are trending. Whatever, man. Obviously, I'll cover whatever I feel is important, but I need your guys' feedback, and I appreciate your guys' feedback always. Let's see. Gold struggling its way higher. Definitely be careful. Be careful. Netflix introducing real-time voting. Oh boy, that's interesting. Let's see. Gold is what? GC Comex? Yeah, Comex. Good morning. What's that? Let's see, let's see.
What's that?
What's that?
What's that?
What's that?
Are
What's
we
up,
there?
Ricardo?
Morning, guys. How much money have you guys lost yet?
Yeah, bro, in these markets, you're only losing. I'm just kidding. We gotta get, I'm telling you guys, we just need that push. I was really hoping over the weekend we had that fundamental push. We had that stronger hawkish stance. We had the new Trump tariff threats. We had all this uncertainty. Usually leads to a weaker market. I don't know, man. I'd rather be short than long right now. I've been saying that since market in the morning at 8:20, but we'll see. Definitely
I think
see.
tomorrow's going to be very volatile.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Hopefully, that's funny. I was saying that earlier too. Today it's Tuesday, but in reality it's Monday in terms of the market. We had a 3-day weekend.
Trump is speaking tomorrow, so it's going to do something.
Oh yeah, when's he speaking? Where's he speaking?
I read 8:30, then I seen 7:30, so I really don't know what time that's going to happen.
Let's see, Trump tracker. Oh, it's only got past events in today.
It's 8:30 tomorrow. It's at Davos. It's about the Greenland situation.
No.
Yep.
Nice. That's what we all want. There we go. That could be some volatility. That is what we want. Give us something, man. Give me food, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Volatility. Jay, you said bookmap data is better than the Rhythmic?
A bookmap offers their own data, yeah. So it's like it's full book. The only thing is you still do need Rhythmic if you trade off it, but since you don't, it will just give you the full book. And
Gotcha.
it's directly from bookmap, so it doesn't rely on Rhythmic at all. So you won't have those.
Gotcha. That's ideal. That's cool. Damn, bro, you put a whole trade review together in the trade journal while we're up in here? That's crazy. Good job.
I'm just making it a routine. I'll probably still do it into the future as well. You know,
Good.
might help somebody out.
Absolutely.
You know?
Guys, please take advantage of the trade journal tab. The journaling tab up here and learn to trade. Journaling. Jay posts in here all the time. I think I've seen Ricardo post in here before too. Take advantage of it, right? Write your trade review. What trade did you take? Throw a screenshot in there. This will help you not only become more disciplined, but see what's working for you on your winning trades, what's not working for you on your losing trades. You'll be able to seek consistencies and faults in your system and be able to adjust accordingly.
Yeah,
Whether
I
you,
go back and read my own stuff all the time. I'm like, damn, bro, why'd you do that? And like, make a mental note. Okay, we need to work on this.
yeah, absolutely. Good. Good. And guys, journal it too. And using the journal here in the tab, it helps because you never know if somebody else might be reading it. You never know if it helps somebody else could be having their own narrative or need help, have a question with something. That's why we also have the question tab, so that if you have a question, instead of DMing us and giving a one-on-one answer, put it in the question tab. We'll still give you a personalized answer, but if somebody else had the same question but was maybe a little too shy to ask, they just got that answer as well. NAS and ES trying to sell off. Dow still weak. I'd want to be short ES over anything, but I wouldn't want to be trading anything here to begin with. Let's see. Yeah, really just like a bad point. Alright, let's see. ES looking like it's getting ready to make its way lower. It's looking for 68.53. 68.53. Better look for some breakfast.
I'm gonna fall back asleep soon.
Yeah, right?
What matters on IG?
Some lame ass markets, bro. It looks like it's ready to drop. It looks like we're just getting ready. We're waiting and waiting and nothing. Waiting and a small drop. Fundamentals
Yeah,
were bearish.
definitely lower
VIX is
lows.
climbing. What's that?
Definitely lower lows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. That's why I'm so bearish, man. There's so many fundamentals giving us a bearish. We broke some pivots on a higher time frame, making us a bit more bearish. It's just, in my opinion, a matter of time before we start selling off, but this chop has been very difficult. It's 10:12 already. It's been 40 minutes of market open, and volume has done absolutely nothing. Got to remember too, it's very difficult when trading at all-time highs. All-time highs, there's no historical level to work off of to say, okay, well, last time we were at this price level, we held A, B, and C. No, there's none of that. There's just key psychological levels like we mark out 25,300, 25,350, 25,400 if we're talking about NASDAQ. If we're talking about gold, we might look at 47.25, 47.50, 47.75, right? Things like that. Wow, no kidding, man. Counting sheep in today's market. Bro, I could probably go out, grab a bagel, come back. Markets will still be in the same spot. Yo, good morning, Jay. Good morning, Omar. Good morning, everybody. Guys, any new members or any newer members in here? And the reason I say new members is because the older members know this already. Market conditions are always changing. It's not always going to be like this. It's not always going to be choppy and giving us garbage in the morning in the first 30 minutes, first hour. It's not, right? Sometimes it could give us a perfect trade setup in the first 10 minutes and we could be done for the day by 9:50. Sometimes it takes some time. It's chopping around. That's where the whole fundamentals, the geopolitical, the economic stance, all of those different resources, all of those different inputs into the market have a say. Those all cycle through different rotations. We saw when we had Fed rate cuts, we had optimism, markets were bullish, it was very easy to ride a bull trend. Now we're sort of back on a hawkish stance. We aren't getting the easiest bear trend during the New York session at the moment, but we're definitely struggling to move higher. So, could things be changing? Absolutely. It's just a matter of time of when we're going to see that shift, and will that shift be strong enough to have some consistent and decent trades and trends? Oh. Man, oh man. Gold creating a possible lower high here, but remember we're on a 5-minute right now. If we were looking at a higher time frame, even a 15-minute, that doesn't look like a lower high. It looks like just a possible pullback. So just really a matter of being patient. The 1 hour on gold, I will say, does look like we created a supply zone here if this candle wants to sell off. Yo, other than that, no joke, Ricardo, man. Freaking grab a pillow, go back to sleep. These markets stink. It's important to be able to stay out of markets like this. Like even gold, I'm looking for that 1 hour to continue lower. Well, I wouldn't take it until we get the 5-minute breaking lower, a 15-minute also showing us it's trying to break, which the 15 is trying to continue lower too. It looks okay on gold. It actually does. Let's see. Well, we got a trade deal news come out. Let's see. Dashboard. High impacts. Dissent says Powell should not attend the Supreme Court hearing on Cook case. Is that a threat? Don't come to school tomorrow, Powell. Okay, Dissent. Geez, Chernobyl nuclear power plant connected to Ukraine energy grid. That's not going to impact the market. This one, things like this, European Union has done nothing to implement U.S. trade deals. Headlines of trade deals right now, that has an impact on the market. What do you guys think? Is the U.S. getting Greenland? Something else too, man. A lot the data behind today, like edge flow wise, has all been bullish. So with all of that being bullish, we come over to the fundamentals, our own technicals ourselves, those being more bearish. It's really that push-pull in the market. Things aren't lining up. This is, in my opinion, the market going through a cycle, and it's going to give us a bit of a shift in market structure. And I'm sort of hoping it's a bearish shift. We get a lot better positions and a lot bigger trades when we are bearish, but we'll have to see. What was I doing? Doing something. There goes gold. Again, gold was setting up nice to the downside. Silver's definitely pulling back. Silver hit $95. That's crazy. I was covering it at 50, saying that it's definitely going to go to 70, 75, and here we are at 90. I think I even mentioned it at 100. I definitely mentioned it at 100. We knew 100 was coming. 150 is inbound too for this year as well. I would just rather see... Excuse me. I'd just rather see, what was I saying? I forget what I was saying. Good. I'm not glad I'm tired, but I'm glad I'm tired when markets are crappy like this. When markets do their thing, man. Oh, I was mentioning before about risk management, knowing when to stay out of markets like this too. If you're not finding good confidence in the trades, you're not finding good market sentiment, good structure, good entries, whatever the case may be, size down, right? Sizing down is a great way to stay in markets longer. What else can you do other than size down? You could stay out of it. Staying out of it means you're not taking a loss. You're protecting your capital. A lot of people come into the market and say, okay, well, if I have a bit of a minimal goal where it's like, okay, if I just make 300 a day, that's all I need, yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's great, but then you're not taking any account for your losing days or your other days. You're not averaging anything. You're just saying, if I could make around 300 a day. Okay, well, yeah, if you make around 300 a day, it's 1,500 a week. Great. But, okay, now let's say one of those days you didn't make 300, you lost 300. Not only are you down that 300, so your 15 turns to 12, but now you're down 300, that 12 turns to 9. So now you just went from, oh, I could just make a minimum of blah, 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 and now you're sort of living not a whole check to check situation, but example wise in trading terms of that terms of capital and how you're doing it, that might be a little too tight. Give yourself a little room in your trading so that you can take days off, and if needed, a few days off, right? When markets are like this for a few days in a row. What else? If you're more comfortable taking smaller trades like that, though, and regardless of the market conditions, and you're just always shooting for that small goal, that's where prop firms really come in handy, and you get like multiple prop firms on like a trade sinker, and that's a good way to also profit on a compound. But whatever suits you as a trader and as a person.
Facts.
The Dow is pumping right now. We just got news. Let's see.
Huge red candle on the VIX.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that big red candle with a strong pump there. Dude, I'd still like to see 25,380 on NASDAQ. We've been waiting for that level since before market opened. It might hit, and if it hits, that's okay. It's not like, oh, well, we could have traded it. Let's be a little realistic with ourselves. Were we going to buy the highs over here just to get stopped out? Or buy the highs over here just to get stopped out? Or buy the low over here just for it to move in our favor? And guess what? You already know. So there really wasn't a consistent entry. Even if you tried to take it off, oh, I'm going to take it on the screen candle, stop at the low we just made. You would have been stopped out. There was no consistent entry or setup here on NASDAQ or ES today. And you cannot fight it, cannot argue it. You could say, okay, well, I could have shorted off VWAP, sure. There's a lot of things, if you nitpick in hindsight, that you can find. But when you're realistic with hindsight, there was nothing realistically here. Gonna short the high, buy the low scenario, of course, where you're just sort of trading the scalps, but you're not getting good risks or rewards in those trades. You're getting max 1-to-1, maybe a 0.5 to 1. So just leave it alone. In my opinion, leave it alone. If you're one of those traders that does execute well off of this type of price action or order flow or whatever the case may be, go for it. There goes gold, amazing to the downside. Like I said, the hourly was looking good to sell off, and now that's exactly what we're getting. Boom, broke that level. Gold looks good. Something else that was giving me a little bit of insights into that weakness on gold was the weakness that silver was also showing. Now, the silver weakness started showing a little bit sooner than gold. Now, not saying silver's an indicator or leading indicator or anything on gold, but they're both heavy metals, right? And silver and gold tend to go hand in hand in trends. And silver has been a much hotter commodity lately in terms of volume and price action. It's very hot. It's got a supply shortage. It's a lot going on with silver. Margins are increased on the futures. There's a lot going on in silver right now. So when that thing moves, clearly gold will like to follow. Nice.
Have you traded silver?
Nah. That thing's wild. You could trade SIL. SIL, it's funny, micros for everything is MGC, MES, MNQ. Micros for silver. So minis for silver is SI. So you'd think it'd be MSI. It's SIL. Like silver light. I didn't know we were drinking silver. Nas slowly making its way there, but again, what are you going to buy these highs? Where's your stop loss? I just need to see it right there. It's just not worth it, man. No, thank you. VIX is coming near a key area too. Again, I'd almost want to short that zone.
Yeah, I would like to see a rejection.
What's that?
I would like to see a rejection from that area it's going to right now.
Yeah. Silver selling. Silver surfing. Good morning. Let's see. Silver gave a nice move, man. But we're just waiting, dude. I don't like it. I don't like markets like this. I'm cool with sticking out, like staying out of it. Coming on the streams to sort of show you guys some examples, educate, go over whatever's important, things of that nature.
Is it cold in New York?
What's that?
Is it cold in New York?
Oh, bro, cold AF.
It's nasty up here.
Isn't it always cold in Canada?
Not always.
No? What do I know? I'm just a dumb New Yorker.
It's really hot.
Yeah? Ah, that's cool. Good morning, everybody. What's going on? Ozzy, AHM, Garrett, good morning. Good morning, good morning.
World War III incoming.
Trying to tell me it hasn't started.
It's true.
Civil War. ICE versus the USA. Let's see. Gold selling off real good there. 15-minute gave it a nice basing drop. I would look for continuation on this 15. So anything here, I would see as a pullback entry to go short. See if there are any sales in the prop verse right now. I think Apex, didn't Apex start up their 80% again?
80%. Lucid has some nice deals right now. I think
Yeah, I'm keep hearing about Lucid. 80% off evals on Apex. I think Tradeify also has. I think like 40% or something right now. 30%. Pretty sure they have 40% off. Let's see. Active promotions. Yeah, 40% off. Code Bullish Bears. Select and growth. Okay, select and growth account. So not their instant funded, but like their growth account. So their growth account is pretty cool. $50K account, $83. That's the all-in price. So basically there is no there's no activation fee for Tradeify. But the evals are more expensive. So like that's the trade-off. If you're confident that you're gonna pass, you just go for one of them instead. Here goes NQ. Again, though, buying the highs. Just hate to do it. VIX moving lower. I wouldn't want to go short just yet. 15-minute time frame is always a good place to start when you don't know which direction we're looking for markets to go in. 15 on ES does look like we based right here for a rally, which would give me a bit more of a bullish bias going into this current 15. So that's my stance on ES and NQ at the moment. I'd really like to see us move into this zone and reject somewhere off 25,400. Bro, I am so hungry. Sitting here, just these boring markets. There we go. There's that midnight level. on NASDAQ. Took long enough. Again, realistically, where would you have gone long in this area? Where could you have confidently said, I will go long here, my stop loss here, and this is why, and this is my analysis? We had a VIX drop. That could have been a little bit of a spark to want to go long. But then where's your entry? Right? To use, fair value gap entry on VWAP. Okay, well, that entry didn't occur yet. And most likely, seeing how range bound we are, we're going to reject this high, probably break that fair value gap. So I'd really just be patient at this point. And unfortunately, what? No, not do nothing, Joe. No, I know, I don't like to get political in these. We won't, we'll keep it out. ES moving higher, 6,900. Definitely, I want to see CVDY, session volume delta, positive on ES. Let's see.
Let's see if we get a rejection here.
Yeah. The blue level, it's calling the blue level yesterday's gap fill, but that's just because Monday was a bank holiday.
Nvidia's pumping.
Yeah. Yeah. It still hasn't made a new high a day, though. It has been moving higher those past 3 5-minute candles. Meta struggling. Microsoft, take a look. Meta struggling. Microsoft struggling. Apple struggling. Amazon was at new high a day. Nvidia was trying to move higher off that 180 support. Google new high a day. So really a mixed bag, right? We want to see equities giving us a consistent trend. We're getting a mixed bag in equities. We're getting a mixed bag in the fundamentals. I wouldn't want to look for a trend trade. Not at this point. Let's see. Gold looks okay to continue lower. Silver also taking a bit of a hit. I gotta tell my buddy was like, yo, I'm long on gold. I was like, yo, be careful, bro.
Also, because we have the talks tomorrow at 8:30, which is a pretty big news event, do you think the market will just sort of find a point in, range? Because we'll get that indecision. We're sort of waiting for that break tomorrow because a lot's going to be on the table, right?
Yeah. Yep. What's tomorrow one more time? We went over it earlier.
8:30 a.m.
Right. The
Trump is
Greenland.
going to Davos. Yeah. So basically, he had a call with a bunch of European leaders, and they were discussing potential deals. And now they're going to head over there and talk about it in person. And it's going to be about tariffs, and it's going to be about Greenland, basically the whole shebang.
Huh. Got you. Alright, so yeah, hopefully we get some type of report or response. We're probably going to get headlines coming out, so that is important to keep an eye on. But the question becomes, will it be a strong enough catalyst to give us a trend? Will something be so out there that markets are like, whoa, okay, let's do A, B, and C. Let's go bearish now. We're selling off. We're panicking. What do you mean we're doing A, B, and C? Blah, blah, blah. Or, oh, wow, that's great. Optimism, optimism. But we have to see something really strong happen. Let's see.
I'm out, guys. Good luck in the market.
Yo, take care, Ricardo. You take any trades in this?
No, bro, I'm going back to sleep.
That's the vibe, bro. These markets are ridiculous. VIX dropping with some strength. Should have bookmap up and running by tomorrow. Yeah, bro, no kidding, man. These markets are really just like exhausting. It was nice to see NASDAQ hit that ICT midnight price level. That's pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to be able to trade without it in sense of for like bookmap. It definitely is a fantastic help. But just, the raw price action, the fundamentals, the zones that we're creating, and we could still use volume analysis, right? We could use our volume profile, we could use our footprint. We're just not getting like the heat map and things like that. Oh man. Jay, we on for today?
Yeah, all good
Yes,
to go.
sir. Yes, sir. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see, volume profile on NASDAQ. Anything? Nope. So guys, this right here, volume profile wise, is called like a D shape. Obviously, reason it's considered a D shape pattern is because it looks like a D if it was on the other side of D, where it's just one big area of heavy volume. Whereas when we have a better area of volume, a better shape of volume, it might look something more like, let's see if I can find an example. Nope, that's still a D shape too, D shape too. And again, what that shows us is it shows us range, and that's exactly what we're getting. What we like to see, if it's a trend, is we'll see a P shape or a B shape, where it's lower volume to the downside and heavier volume to the upside. That shows us price and volume is being accepted at higher levels. Not getting that right now, we're still getting range. Oh my goodness, man. Let's see. Nas with some continuation, hitting some key levels. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I'm also going to be keeping an eye, guys. So, like, tomorrow, for right now, tomorrow we broke, right? Can we close below it and I'll look for continuation tomorrow? Do we close above it and we close on a green candle and I'll look for us to trade back higher? It's definitely going to depend on what is said and what happens tomorrow morning. Let's see. Nothing major. Economic data wise, guys, our economic calendar, we have, today is the 20th, Tuesday. Wednesday, we have some stuff at 7, but nothing major. This is not going to affect our current markets. ES and Q are gold. Thursday, we have initial jobless claims, which is just a little bit of insight into the effect on non-farm payroll. GDP final, that's important. That will have a little bit of an insight into the impact of the Fed. This is 6 days before the FOMC meeting. So let's see. GDP determines if economy supports further rate cuts, signals demand strength versus supply side productivity gains, influences Fed neutral rate assessment and policy path, could shift market expectations ahead of Jan 28th FOMC. So above 4.3% supports hawkish. So if it's higher, that's bearish. If it's higher, that means no cuts. If it's lower, that's dovish. Let's see. Watch for post-release Fed speaker commentary and CME Fed watch shifts towards March cut probability. So that's pretty big, guys. It's going to be Thursday. So again, talking about what could be a pivot, a big catalyst like that, a big economic shift. If that data comes out massive, like, oh my God, it's so to the downside. We're going to get a cut. We're going to get a cut. Fantastic. If it's, wow, so to the upside, other side that's more bearish, we could see some continuation to the downside. Open candle continuation on gold is bearish. That'd be basically the first hour of the New York session. So from the 9:30, so here's our 9:30 candle to 10:30. If the 10:30 is below our 9:30 price, that's a bearish open candle continuation. And what that basically means is that we have a short bias. We close red 87% of the time on Tuesday when that happens. So that would be measuring from today's 9:30 to today's 10:30, which is right here. 10:30 is below 9:30, that's bearish. There's possible rejection there. 15 didn't reject the way I would like. 30-minute closes in 13 minutes. Hourly. Yeah, real tough point. Very choppy. The ES's resistance points is 69.20. VIX is moving lower. I wouldn't want to go short at this point, just because buyers have clearly shown a little bit of strength in the past, like 20-30 minutes or so. So even though we're at resistance at the moment, I wouldn't want to short for that reason alone. Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. There's some selling pressure. And we are range bound, so that the fact that we're range bound helps the shorts up here because this is now the top of our range. So even a short towards VWAP, but I'm not taking it, I'm not looking for it. If I was looking for a short though, target wise, I'd probably look to see if we can break VWAP and break that fair value gap, because I would think a lot of people are trying to go long there in that FVG and they're going to fail. So if I was looking for a trade, this is what I would be looking for. Excuse me. Gold on a massive pullback again. When price action is difficult like this, our best bet is to wait. Is to stay out. Protect your capital. We're traders, but we're risk managers too. Gotta protect our capital, gotta protect our accounts. Nice selling pressure coming in there a little bit. I could use footprint just to get a quick gauge. I wonder profile-wise how this helps. I guess it sort of does. Shows when there's bigger volume at that point. Like now on the sell-off, you see this negative 325 delta? Well, we have the most volume at that area too. Oh, there we go. Just picked up. Big seller stepped in right there. Big order right there. Because that went from negative 100 to negative 348. And the volume spiked. That's pretty cool. That is the volume footprint with bookmap. Using it instead of cluster as profile. Yeah, so the footprint chart itself, it's an actual, it's like a bar formation. So you do need, I believe you actually need premium in order to access it. Let's see. Find profile, bar replay, where is it? Okay, footprint is premium. Footprint not available in plus or essential. So you do need premium on TradingView. Once you have premium, you're just going to come up to wherever your candles are. And then you're going to hit the little arrow next to it. And come down, it's under volume footprint. Now what I like to do is I like to star the footprint and star the candles. So that both of them are right there. So I could easily switch back and forth between the two. Guys, it is 10:50 and markets have given us a barcode and a half. Let's see. There's a new, I think they added a new indicator. I wanted to see if I could find it. Maybe they didn't. What's this one? What did I just add? Performance trend indicator. The indicator on the bottom. Which indicator on the bottom? Oh, that's part of the footprint. So that is the table. So that is, oops. That is when we double click. This is our settings for our footprint chart. Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Show summary info. You could either have it as an info box where it shows you underneath each bar the information, or you could set it so it's the table, and that table will put the information on the bottom, but it also will give you the session volume delta, the point of control of that candle, and open interest I don't really use. We could actually turn that off. I believe you could turn that off. Yeah. Open interest, not interested. High-low range, max delta, delta percent. No. Volume change percent. No. No. Just so I have volume, delta, session point of control. Session chart volume delta. Session volume delta. I don't know why I said chart. I saw that C, it threw me off. But that's part of the footprint. So look, like we tried to sell off here, we held the fair value gap. At this point, we have more volume at this 347. If we're selling off, we want to see volume continue lower, just like we saw here when volume continued lower. So like here, we had volume higher, volume higher, volume higher, volume higher, and then it sort of started to stay stagnant. You see that? We did hit some sellers up there. That would have been an actual okay sell position up there. Again, I didn't take it myself. It's completely fine. We've been very range bound. These are not markets that I myself am comfortable with. I'm not seeing anything A+, nothing really sticking out to me. I definitely like that volume footprint update though. That's pretty cool. Probably have to change it here too. Yeah. Profile. Keep it on delta. And open interest off. Oh, that's pretty cool. High-low range. That tells you the range of that candle. So, like, how wide of a candle we had. That would help in terms of, like, knowing how wide of a stop loss you should have. Or how big of a move you should be looking for. So that's pretty interesting. Huh. Let's see, should update ticks per row 5. That's a little better. Same thing though on our volume profile today, man. We're just like not creating a low volume shelf and supporting it. We're not getting a good easy trend and supporting it. It's just chopping up and down. And the 15-minute time frame, we are looking for buyers, continuation failed. Now it looks like ready to go to the downside. It's extremely indecisive, extremely choppy, and definitely market conditions that we're better off either staying away from, or looking to trade at possibly a different session, or really just staying patient and waiting for a good setup or waiting for markets to start to shift. Hopefully tomorrow's economic news, something with Greenland comes out. If not, Thursday, we are going to have economic data as well, GDP and initial jobless claims. GDP is very important. That'll give us some insight into if they're going to cut rates further, and really more for March. So guys, appreciate you all for being here. Hope you guys had a great day. It is only Tuesday. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Thanks, Cap.
No problem. Later. Austin, do you have any other questions on that? Nope, absolutely, for sure. You got it, guys. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Any questions, please feel free to direct message me. Do not direct message the fake Kevin. Alright. Take care, guys. Peace.